Hello again. We're gonna be doing another bead buddy. We're gonna be doing a heart because Mother's Day is upcoming right now, shortly this weekend. So we're gonna work on this little heart from the Ultimate Bead Pet set. And it says we need to have 3 feet and 6 inches of cord length. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I will do pink today for this heart. And then we'll collect all of our beads that we need as well. Alright, so I went ahead and collected my container that came with the set, and I have some pink length over here of cording. Now we're going to go ahead and measure out 3 feet and 6 inches. But this one did not come in the kit. This is my own cording I bought from Walmart. So we're going to measure out 3 feet. And then 6 inches. So here's the 6 mark right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. And put this extra aside over here. And I got my handy dandy keychain ready to go. I'm gonna put my scissors down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and thread this through. And find the middle. Make sure we have our edges aligned right here. And line them up. Now find this guy and go ahead and tie it together. Alright, so I have a piece of tape ready to go over here. I'm going to use that piece of tape to secure my key ring onto the table. Right over here. And I find it a lot easier than using this box to put my key ring onto. Now we're going to look at our diagram. And it says we need 2 light pink, we need 3 white, and 2 light pink. So I'm gonna line that up right now. 2 light pink, 3 white, and then 2 light pink. And of course you can alternate colors and change them. So I'm gonna go ahead and feed our beads on right now. And I like to typically take the right cord first and start threading it on the right cord. So I got my 2 beads on there. Yeah, pink. And then 1, 2, 3 white ones. And then my 2 pink ones right here. 1 and 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and lay down just like so, and then I'm going to feed this cording on. So you can see a better angle. Feed it like this. Feed it right through, make them all go on one another. And feed through again. And feed them in again. Just like so. Now what I do is, once I have them on both cords, I like to pull. And there we go, we have our first row done. Now the second row, it says we need a pink one, 2 dark pink ones, a pink one, 1 white one, 1 pink one, 2 dark pink, and 1 light pink. So let's go ahead and collect them right now. 1 light pink, 2 darker pink, then light pink, then white, then light pink, then 2 dark pinks, And then light pink again. Now I'll take my right string again and start threading it on the right one. And I thread from right side over to left side is how I thread. So pink to a dark pink, a light pink, a white one, a light pink one, two dark pink, one at a time. There's one more, and then light pink. Now lay them down on the table like so. Have these two on top of one another, just like so. And then I feed them in through both of the strings. And then I push them on until they're both on. Then I go ahead and take the two ends and pull. Just like so. Now we're gonna work on our next row. Light pink. We have 3 dark pink. 1, 2, 3. Right there. And then we have the 2 light pink right there. Then 3 dark pink. And then we have 1 light pink right there. Doesn't go on my end. So once again, I'm gonna take my right cord and I'm gonna go ahead and start feeding it on. So the pink one, and I'm feeding it from right to left if I use my right cord. Otherwise, you would go from left to right. But I have a tendency to start with everything on my right side. And then we're gonna go ahead and lay it down again flat. And then take this one and line them up so that they're next to each other like so. And I'm gonna feed them on. And if you need to, you can always pull this cord right here. It gives you a little bit more room to feed them onto. Just like so. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull these string. And as you can see, it's getting flatter and flatter as I add more rows and layers. Next would be light pink. And then 2 dark pink. And then we have the word love. And I have my L over here, my O, V, and E. And then we have the 2 dark pink. And then you have the 1 light pink. And I'm using beads that don't come with the kit. I'm using cording that doesn't come with the kit. The only thing from the kit I'm using is this. And I got my own key rings, sort of findings. And my own tape measure, my own tape. So now once again, I'm gonna start from the right side with the right cord and start from the back. And this is important because now we have a word we're working on. So 1 pink, 2 dark pink. And the word has to align correctly. So now I'm going to make sure our letters look appropriate. So what I can do with this is put it down like this and make sure our E looks right and all of our letters look correct. Here's the E, so it's the right way up. Here's the V, I'm going to make sure that one's right way up. And then the O, make sure the O won't make a difference because it'll look the same. And then L, I'm going to make sure that one is right way up. So now I've got all my letters on the right way up, and you can see the word love in the correct order. Now the 2 dark pinks and the light pink. Now I'm going to lay them down like so and align this one again together so they're next to each other, on top of each other, and then feed them on. I kind of hold the 2 cords together as I feed the beads on. Then on my 2 tails, and I'm going to pull. Now I have this layer done, this one done, this one done, and this one done. Now I'm going to work on this one next. And this one requires 1 pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dark pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dark pink. And then it requires 1 light pink. So let's go ahead and feed them on again. Got my light pink one on. I'm going to feed on my dark pinks. Something a little stubborn. Go. And there's this one. And our last light pink one. Now we'll put them all on here. And I'm going to once again line these up together. And slowly start feeding them on, one at a time. My first one, second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. There we go. Now they're all on. Now I pull. Just like so. Okay. See how loose it is right now? When we do the next row, we can fix that by tightening it. Now the next row calls for 1 light pink, 3 dark pinks, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 light pink. And now we're going to go ahead and feed them on again. Light pink, dark pink, dark pink, dark pink, and light pink. Now they're all on the right side again. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this cord and line them up again. And start feeding them on. So here we go, got that. Now we pull both ends. And like I said, we can fix this now. So we're gonna pull this one on the left and pull the right. Now let's tighten these guys together. Now they're tighter, just like so. Now we're gonna work on this row. Light pink, dark pink, light pink. Light pink, dark pink, and light pink. Okay, I'll take the right cord again. Go light pink, and dark pink, and light pink again. Now they're all on. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one, line it up again, just like so, and start feeding them on. 1, 2, and 3. And this is doing that again. So we're gonna fix it right now. I'm gonna pull, then I'm gonna pull this left string right here to tighten it, and pull this one too. So we're gonna pull just like so. Okay, so we're gonna resume our video. I'm gonna pull here and pull here, and that tightens that little cord right there. So there's a little gapping there, so I'm gonna pull on the left side to tighten it, and on the right and pull. Okay, there we go. So now we have our last bead, the pink bead right there. So I'm gonna take that one and feed it on. And do that gapping thing again, but that's okay. It's our very last bead. We can tighten it right now. And I'm gonna pull and tighten everything together. So tight, 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 and pull the last one on, just like so. And now it fixes that gap. So now we're gonna tie it, and we're done. So let's do a couple of ties to make sure it's nice and tight and snug. There's a one tie. Make sure it's nice and aligned and pretty. And then we're gonna do one more tie. And then we're gonna do one more tie. Just to keep it nice and snug. All right, there we go. Now we're a finished heart. Here we go. Here's our heart. And it looks like the picture too, but a little different. So here's our finished project. Thank you. See you in the next one.